But then also, it is a really, really tough league. And you got to know going in, there's going to be some games where you think you're going to win and you just don't, because that other team is really good as well. And so I think for him, personally, he's got to handle it. But then professionally, he will adapt because he's a great coach, and he's always done that. He's done that from Notre Dame, Bowling Green, Utah, Florida, Ohio State. He's continued to adapt. And so I think those are two things that he really has to focus on.
Tim, you know, I'm not joking around here when I say this, and I'm going to say this with all seriousness because I hear where you're coming from. But to me, everything you just said is why exactly I do not believe Urban Meyer is long for the NFL. And I want to state this, and I know that Urban Meyer has found himself in some tricky situations over the years. I have always been an incredible fan of Urban Meyer. I think he is a sensational coach, and I think his record speaks for itself. You have a football team, you want Urban Meyer as your coach. And y'all put me up on the screen, split screen because I want to see Tim Tebow when I'm saying all of this. That's how special I think he is. But I want you to scale it back a little bit, Tim Tebow, and reflect on last night. Just hear me out here. They lost a close game. The last 3 weeks, they have played very, very competitive football. They struggled the first week of the season against Houston, but against Denver, Arizona, and Cincinnati, all good teams, potentially all playoff teams, they've looked pretty competitive. I totally agree with Trevor Lawrence. DJ Chalk, I'm looking at some of these guys in their running game. Right here, James Robinson, Carlos Hyde. Remember him when he was with 49. These brothers are running the football effectively, averaging 5 yards a carry or more. You know, you see some of the pieces there. And you come into the season, you've lost 19 straight. You lost 15 straight coming into the season. What the hell do you expect? So we all understand this except Urban Meyer. That's the great part about him, Tim, that he's going to work overtime and he's going to put it in. And he cares so much, and you see it. But covering the NBA over the years the way that I've had, there's a couple of coaches that weren't long for the game because it hurt so much to lose. It took so much out of them. I think that was one of the things. Listen, remember when Miami Heat won the title in 2006 when D. Wade led the way? That should have been Stan Van Gundy's team. But Stan Van Gundy had got let go, and Pat Riley had came in. And one of the reasons that Stan Van Gundy lost the job, it wasn't because of his basketball acumen, his know-how, what to do. It was so pressurized. He wore it on his sleeve. I mean, it was like, it was heart-wrenching when he lost. And that's, to a lesser degree, slightly maybe, that's Urban Meyer, man. And I watched him last night, and I was like this, Coach, it's game 4 of a season. Nobody's expecting you to win anyway. It's about getting better and better and better. Somebody like Larry Brown that I coached, that I covered in the NBA for years, Tim, Larry Brown's the kind of guy that could coach forever because he was all about the process and progress. He would have celebrated last night's performance. He wouldn't have been depressed and slamming on the podium and acting like he was just ready to drop because he lost a regular season game when you see that kind of progress. But that's Urban Meyer, man.
It is.
I don't know, Tim. I don't know.
It is Urban. And when you say, you know, that I'm heartbroken, that is real. That's transparent. That's absolutely the way he feels. You know, I'm sure, you know, flying back, driving to his house, seeing his family, Miss Shelley, I'm sure he was devastated, you know, and that he takes it that personal. And so I totally agree with you, Stephen A. The one thing I would remind you of, though, is when you say that he might not last. He might not be around for a while. The other quality that he has is a crazy determination. Like, he has a crazy determination. So while it might be hard, I think he's going to be very determined. I think he expected to win every single one of those games. I really expected, I believe he expected to be 3-1 right now or 4-0. And so he is taking that hard. But I also think that this dude is super resolute, and he is determined, and I think he will continue to tweak and mold and change and get new guys in there and adapt and do whatever it takes because he is so determined. I don't think he would quit without finding a way to turn the tide a little bit.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
Yeah, I mean, he also took over a tough situation, even though they did get Trevor Lawrence, who now is 31-2 in his collegiate and NFL career. How about that record? And also, I do want to mention one other loss. DJ Chark, they could be without him for the rest of the season with that ankle, so that's a huge blow as well that they had to endure.
They lost him.
All right, gentlemen, let's keep it rolling.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.